Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, you getting ready to go in the overflow. What the enemy is doing now, he's pulling everything out the hat. I told a young lady today, I said, let me tell you something. It's easy for you to talk about because you're good and strong right now. You in the gym, you working out. I'm working out now. Sometimes, sir, I'll start out running, right? And all of a sudden I go, forget this. Sometimes I get down and do some push-ups. Man, when you walk around the track with a stick in your hand and a Coke in the other hand. But you say you're losing weight. Y'all don't want me to talk in here. I'm getting ready to take some weight off of you right now. What is happening with some of y'all, you are not even dealing with your own stress. You're dealing with stress from other folks. You're dealing with stress from people in your house. You're dealing with folk that always want to eat but don't never want to bring nothing. Look at your neighbor and say, get rid of other folks' stress. Twinkie Clark told him one time, y'all remember how heavy Twinkie Clark was? Twinkie Clark said, look over at some of them heavy folks and tell them, get some of that weight off of you. Oh, they didn't catch the revelation, Pastor. Okay. They was insulted. How in the world, this big old woman on the audience? Don't tell me, look over at some of them heavy folks. Because some of y'all are heavy by spiritual weight. Yes. And what I've come to learn, most of it is not even your own bag. You've been sucking up other folks' stuff. You've been backing up too much gossip. You've been dealing with folk that don't know God. You've been getting counsel by people that don't know God. God says, in this season, you're going to fly. Because the last time I stopped through here a few years ago, I told y'all I ain't no chicken. Anybody was here the last time? And I got a whole new bunch. And I told you a chicken is in a coop. He really can fly over the fence. But he's been restricted by what he's in. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Sometimes you can be in something so long until it conditions your mind. Sometimes you can take so much abuse in a situation until you believe it's yours. But one day a little bitty eagle got caught up in the coop with some chicken. He was down there scratching. Y'all don't want me to preach. With the rest of I know y'all little kids don't know. Y'all don't know nothing about no chicken coop, but some of us don't enjoy it. And we was down there because we said, I can't make it without something to eat. I can't make it. I can't make it because I done married this man and all I've been doing is cooking and having babies and I'm afraid to leave him. He beat me. But I'm restricted in this chicken coop. Y'all don't want me to preach. There was a big eagle down here. He didn't know who he was. And one day some eagles started flying over and they said, oh! And he looked up. And they said, oh, he flew up to the top of the coop. They said, oh, he started flapping his wings. Y'all don't want to say that. Now you understand that the deep call it to the deep. There are some people in church that still caught up in religion. And religion is going through the motions of church. But relationship says, I don't care. I don't feel no tongues. I don't feel no goosebumps. I ain't heard God say nothing, but I know I'm saved. Is there anybody in here like that? Is there anybody here that got time to pray and you didn't feel nothing? Oh, stop your lying. Look at the neighbor and say, you borrow somebody else's tongue. But the lawnmower didn't crank up for you like it did for them. But something in that eagle, even though he was in that coop with them chickens, began to, see, let me tell you what this pastor started. People, it ain't no such thing as church hopping. They just go from place to place till they find their daddy.
All right.
Somebody said, you know your baby daddy. You just go from place to place until you find where you're supposed to be. God has placed something in the pastor very special that people overlook. You all will treat the pastor bad when prophets come from Jamaica. And he said, the Lord said, give you to give you $100, and the Lord's going to bless you like that. And you fall out and you throw the $100 out of your problem. Yeah. He says that you ought to give you time to go down to the teller machine. Go now, go. And you leave the church going to draw out what you never gave to your pastor.
All right.
But the pastor wears the coat of many colors.
Yes.
The pastor has to have the ability to counsel.
Yes.
The pastor has to have the ability to prophesy. Yes. Every now and then she turns into an evangelist. Yes. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Yes. Then she has to stand and teach, looking at us, looking all mean. And then sometimes the pastor is the taxi. Yes. And sometimes the pastor is the babysitter. Yes. And sometimes the pastor is the po-po. Yes. And then sometimes the pastor is the doctor. Somebody say, preach, Dr. Pringle. Sometimes the pastor has to go all into those many colors. Why is the pastor so important? He said, I will give you. I'm a hand picking for you.
All right.
I know some of y'all, there's a few good girls in here. Oh, yeah. But there's a few, I'm just looking at you, baby. Don't think that. Look at your neighbor, say, but God has designed the pastor to reach inside of you and inspire something that's deep in you that nobody else can move. Well, y'all didn't get it like that. Oh, y'all women gonna appreciate this. In other words, the pastor has the ability to make the baby jump.